Hello, welcome back to my channel, Crystal Heart. My name is Crystal, and today I am going to be making spaghetti sauce from scratch. I actually got some tomatoes from the farmer's market, and I wanted to try to do something with them, so I decided to make some spaghetti sauce. I'm also going to be canning them so they can be shelf stable. I didn't really want to film and talk at the same time, so we're going to be doing a voiceover during that portion, but I'll show everything and discuss and explain everything that I did. I kind of did my own recipe, so I'll tell you guys everything that I did. So if you want to see that, go ahead and keep watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey y'all, it's voiceover Crystal, and right here I'm showing you guys the tomatoes that I bought from the farmer's market. I had 6 pounds of tomatoes, and that's how I started it off. What I did was I cut each tomato in half, and I put it on a baking sheet on foil paper with olive oil. The next thing I did was cut up some onions and garlic, and I guess this is after it came out of the oven, but I cut up some onions, some peppers, and put some cloves of garlic all in the mixed with the tomatoes, and I put it all in the oven at 400 degrees until it came out, until it was all roasted. I don't remember exactly how long, but this is what it looks like when it's done, and the whole point is so that the skin lifts off really easily. So I'm just showing you how I lifted the skin up off of the tomato. So instead of boiling the tomatoes and having to peel each tomato like that, you stick them in the oven. They're now roasted, and the skin just slips right off of the tomato, and the onions are roasted, and the garlic is also roasted. So after I finished taking all the skin off, I put everything into my Instant Pot. So that's what I'm showing you now here. Everything is in the Instant Pot, and I put it on saute mode. I added in some tomato paste, another can of tomato paste, and then here I had some fire roasted diced tomatoes. I added 1 can of that. And then I put a cup of sugar, and this is regular granulated sugar. I just buy I guess it's raw. It looks brown. It's not white, but it's the same as white sugar. And then I put in a little bit of salt, and because I'm canning this spaghetti, I did not use iodized salt, which I never use iodized salt anyway, so I use Himalayan pink salt. I didn't want to do too much seasoning because I like to kind of keep it simple, and then when I take it out of the can to cook and make my spaghetti with, I'll just season it a little bit more. I put Italian seasoning in it, and you can use as much or as little as you want of this because it's not salted, so you can use a lot. And here you see me putting a little bit more. And the whole time I'm doing all this, my Instant Pot is on saute mode so that everything is kind of cooking and staying hot. Apparently I put more Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and when it comes to a recipe like this, you can really just do whatever you want to do. I kind of winged it when I did it this time, and then I actually made another batch after I made this video. I made another batch, and I kind of winged that batch too. But I actually like this batch better than the second batch that I did. So I cut up some more onions and added it to that sauce. And I used yellow onion, but you can use white onion, yellow onion, red onion, whatever onions you like. So at this point, I'm adding in some vegetable broth, and I did vegetable broth because I am canning it, and I'm water bath canning. So I wanted to be sure not to put any meat products in it, because in that case, if you water bath anything with meat, you would have to water bath it for a super long time, or you would need a pressure can. So this is me just doing my canning process. I have my jars, my funnel, and I'm laying out a towel so I don't mess up my mat too much if I spill. So when it came to the sauce, it didn't really need to be cooked any specific amount of time, just until it's the consistency that you like, but everything was pretty much cooked pretty quickly. So I filled my jars and I gave about an inch of headspace at the top. And then of course you always need to wipe your rim. So I used a paper towel and a little bit of white vinegar to wipe the rim of my jar, just to make sure that there's no residue that can prevent the seal from really sealing on the jar. Because like I said, I'm canning this spaghetti sauce, so I need the seal. So I have all my lids and rings in warm water. After I cleaned and sanitized them, I put them in warm water. And then I close the rim, fingertip tight, not too tight. And I'm gonna put it into my water bath canner. So what I forgot to show you with the last jar is that I add a teaspoon of lemon juice to each jar, just to keep the sauce acidic for the canning process. So you're supposed to use actual lemon juice in the jar because the pH is consistent, and when you use fresh lemons, the pH is not as consistent. You don't know how acidic each lemon is, so you're supposed to use the lemon juice in the jar. But you know, do what you do. I'm just saying what I've learned. So once again, closing the jar, fingertip tight, and putting it into the water bath canner. And you bring the water up to a rolling boil, and then you set your timer for 40 minutes and leave them in the canner for 40 minutes. All right, you guys, we're done with the canning process. Well, the jars are still in the canner, but once I take them out, they're gonna sit on a towel. I'll cover them with a towel, and they'll all seal. I'll hear the ping, ping, ping of the top sealing. And this is a little left over that wasn't enough to fill the jar, so I'll just put this in the fridge. And this is a plastic top that I got off of off of Amazon for my mason jars. That way I won't waste the lids and the rings. Or what really aggravates me is after you open something that you have canned, the lid and the ring are two separate parts that you have to keep taking off and putting on. But with this, it's just like a regular jar, open and close. So that's that. And I'll link these below if y'all want to check these out. This is the regular mouth. The box that I bought off of Amazon comes with the regular mouth top and the wide mouth tops. So anyway, this is what it looks like. Looks delicious. We're probably gonna eat this for dinner tonight on some spaghetti. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something with this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do try the recipe, don't forget to tell me about it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.